Hi, I'm Rachel, and I'm coming to you from the past. I'm hoping that when this posts, I will be across the country from my usual locale and at San Diego Comic-Con in the midst of crazy. But I figured I didn't want to leave you alone for however many days, and so I thought I'd just film a quick video for my absence. So this is my author's answer video for July, because I try to do one of these every month. The Author's Answer series was started by J.D. Archer and his writing group, and they posed a whole lot of questions about the reading and writing life for authors. And it's become sort of a hit on AuthorTube in some areas, so I will leave JD's playlist below as well as my own. This is question number 16. I go sequentially. And the question is, what online communities and websites do you use in your writing? And I feel like I've kind of talked about these websites before, so I'm being a little redundant. The first one I want to mention is GroupAFile, although I haven't been using it for a while, ever since I actually got an in-person writing group. I've sort of left GroupAFile by the wayside. It is an online critique group where you can submit your stories and novels to be critiqued, but it's a fair play system where you aren't allowed to submit anything until you rake up points by critiquing other people's work. And it was actually very helpful for me in an early draft of Quarter Life, which I got published earlier this year. But just in general, the in-person group has just been so much more cohesive and all-encompassing and wonderful. So that one's kind of fallen by the wayside, and it makes me think about how I don't actually do that much with the online writing community. I mean, I guess the big one for me and for so many people is NaNoWriMo, where I use the website and nano videos and other promotional materials to help motivate myself to write a novel every November. Of course, there's also in-person activities now in November that I go to that are nano adjacent. JD actually referenced what sounds like a really intriguing resource that I should look into more closely about world-building exercises for people writing sci-fi or fantasy, or certainly world-building for anybody who's writing a big piece. That would be a useful tool, so I should go look into that. But I don't have many writing tools that I use online. I mean, other than, you know, the Google machine when I'm trying to research something. Really, my first thought when it came to this question, beyond the of the other things I just mentioned, is things that I use the internet for when it comes to seeking out publication. Because I've had a couple of short stories published, and I'm kind of looking into the market of publishing a novella by a small press. So that's my own personal venue. So I have a couple of sites I thought I'd point out in that vein. And the first one is Submitable, submitable.com. It's a website that's used, well, in the writing world by a lot of literary magazines and small presses, because it's a way to streamline submissions. And that's certainly useful for them when they get so many submissions for short stories or poetry or novellas or what have you. But it's also really useful for writers, because it's a hub where all of your submissions are in the same place. So you can see on your little home page where exactly you've submitted to and when, and what the cover letter looks like, and what have you. So I would definitely suggest that. And also, when you have a Submitable account, Submitable sends you emails about upcoming opportunities in various writing capacities, like fellowships and calls for submission and etc. So that's my first one. And then my second one is kind of in that vein. It's newpages.com. They also are like a community bulletin board, as it were, where literary magazines and other outlets looking for for stories and poetry and nonfiction submit ads for what issue is coming out or what types of works they're looking to publish for however they publish. And so I actually found my the outlet that published my first short story, Skydiving, I found them through an ad that they placed on New Pages, so that was pretty awesome. So I will also link them down below, and they also have a comprehensive list of various small publishers that they found. And in that vein, another venue that has a list of small publishers and literary magazines is Poets and Writers, and they have a nice feature where you can filter exactly what you're looking for, like in terms of if it's fiction or poetry or the length or you know, etc. So them down below too. I've looked at them a little bit, and I'm certainly going to look at them a bit more as I'm seeking out possible publications for my novella. So yeah, that about covers it for me now. Again, all those links will be down below. Meanwhile, I hope that I'm personally seeking out a in-person writing workshop at Comic-Con, because they do a few of those too. So I'll check back later on with how that went. In the meantime, everyone, happy writing, keep writing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.